I think there's a lot of men out there who want want a woman to seem like their girlfriend, do girlfriend things, do like emotional labor, but they're like, but I don't want to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but you want all of the treats of the relationship.
They want the comfort and the support of a relationship, but no responsibility.
No responsibilities.
Yeah. And also, they don't want that in a woman.
Yes.
They don't want a woman who's also like, yeah, I'm free too. I get mine in too. They're like, no. No, only me.
Just me.
Just for me.
But I can go out and do whatever I want to do. Welcome to another episode of Why Won't You Date Me, a podcast where me and Nicole Byer was trying to figure out why I was so single, even though you could come on a table and tell me it was those little rings that you put on a 3-ring binder piece of paper when the little hole breaks. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Wait, the paper, the sticker.
Yeah. Do you remember the little sticker?
Yeah, the little sticker, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that's called.
Reinforcements?
A paper reinforcer?
I think they were called like reinforcements or something.
I wonder if they sell them anymore. Nobody writes anymore.
Nobody writes things down anymore.
Anyway, my guest today is a fabulous actress and singer you know from playing Joanne in the movie musical Rent and the hit drama series 911. She is currently reprising her role as Lily in the highly anticipated sequel, The Devil Wears Prada 2, which I've been calling The Devil 2 Wears Prada.
The Devil 2?
Because the 2's so big and it really made me laugh. The Devil 2 Wears Prada.
The Devil 2 Wears Prada.
It's Tracie Thoms!
Hi!
Tracie, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, I didn't say this when we were talking before we got started.
Yeah, we have to keep it all on camera.
I don't want to blindside you, but I love Rent.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
In a way that might be sick.
Yeah.
I listen to Rent while I'm driving, not in order, just out of order on shuffle.
Out of order. Order on shuffle, which is interesting how you put the story. So every time it's a different story.
I don't even know if it's a story. It's just like a voicemail.
We start with Angel dies. We start with that. Angel dies in the very beginning.
And you were the last Joanne on Broadway?
I was.
What was that like?
It was like a dream fulfilled. I saw the original cast in 1997 when I was in college. Funnily enough, an ex-boyfriend got me those tickets.
Oh, okay.
So we're talking about dating here and stuff like that. An ex-boyfriend got me those tickets, and I was like, okay, fine. No, actually, I wasn't. I was like, this will probably be great. Because it was like interesting because I'd heard the music from it.
Okay.
And the music is super like rocky, and I was like, I don't know if this is speaking to me because it was so different from musicals that I had known before. I mean, it was like very harkening back to like Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yes,
like
very like Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah.
Like very like
but more.
Yeah.
Like more.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. This is a lot of sound. I've never said that before out loud. By the way, that's an exclusive.
There's a lot of sound.
A lot of and I was like, this is a musical? I don't know what this is. And then we went, and then I wept. And I was not, I'm not like a crier, you know. And I wept at Les Mis when I saw Les Mis as a child, and then I wept at Rent. And I was like, I must be in this show. And then I immediately started auditioning. My first time auditioning, I drove up to New York with a bunch of friends. We got in line. The line was wrapped around.
Were you still in college?
I was still in college.
Okay.
I was doing a show in college, and I was also doing another show twice a week, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, which is a big sing as a narrator. And I was like 20, 21. So we drove up at night. Stood in line. The line had wrapped around the block. So do you know New York?
Yeah, this is at the Nederlander.
No, the audition was across the street from the Public Theater.
Oh, okay.
On Lafayette.
Yes.
440 Lafayette. I will never forget.
I love that you remember that.
So the line was wrapped down Lafayette, around like 4th Street, and back up Broadway, I think, to the McDonald's.
So it was like a full fucking city block.
A full city block of people waiting to sing their faces off.
Was this was an open call?
This was an open call.
Okay.
They did open calls for Rent. So we got in line. We're at the McDonald's all the way around, and we waited all morning. This is like 5 a.m. We got in line.
Oh my God.
The line was already wrapped around. I was in the line, and then the friends I was with had a show that night back in Baltimore. I was coming from Howard University. Back in like College Park, they had a show that night, so we had to leave. They had to leave, and I was like, okay. It's like, Tracie, we got to go. We're not going to get seen. We have a show tonight. And I was like, okay. This is probably at 3 p.m. I'm like, okay, give me 10 more minutes. Like, okay, great. 10 minutes went by. I was like, okay,
maybe we gotta go.
We got no voice. I went to speak and nothing came out. And I was like, maybe we... And I had no voice. I had never lost my voice before. And I was like, okay, all right, got it.
The universe is like, you gotta go. Get in that car.
Time. Not my time. Let's go. My voice was out for a week. I had never lost my voice. I couldn't even do my show. I couldn't even do my Little Joseph show that week. But after that, I just kept auditioning. So another guy, a friend of mine, his name is David St. Louis. He's fantastic. I made him go to the audition because we went to Howard together. So he was ahead of me in line. And he went in. I said, if you go to this audition, David, you're going to book it. And he did.
Okay.
So then he got me. I've never gone into this much detail before, sorry. So then David got me an audition later when they came to D.C., and then I started my auditions for Rent. I auditioned for 8 years.
8 years?
8 years I auditioned for Rent on Broadway and never got it. And then I
8 years is such a long time.
Yeah, I went to whole grad school in between that. You know what I mean? I got out of grad school and just
and you went to Juilliard
for
Juilliard, grad school,
yeah.
Which is so cool.
It's cool. It's cool. But my I was doing a show O'Hare in DC when I started Juilliard because we kept getting extended, so I had to go back down on the weekends. And then I had a final callback for Rent, and I lost my voice again.
Huh.
Yeah, there's something there, huh?
Yeah. I wonder what it is.
But anyway, didn't get it, obviously, so I went to Juilliard instead.
Well, maybe that's what it is. It was like you were meant to go to Juilliard.
Everything is ordered, but you know what I mean? It's hard to give up the idea of like having free will for thinking everything is ordered. There has to be a balance of like, okay, how much of it am I in control of? How much of it is like, out of my hands? Yeah. It's very difficult. But so I went to Juilliard, got out of Juilliard, tried to audition again for Rent, and I was like, you know what? Maybe this just isn't for me. Like my last audition for Broadway, you know, Bernie Telsey, who was the casting director, was like, you're going to be in this show at some point. We just got to make sure that everything is right. I'm like, maybe I'm not, actually. It's like, it's just... and I know when I first started auditioning for it, I was just too young for it. Because I was 21.
Yes.
But I looked really young.
Yes, black don't crack.
Black don't crack. And Joanne was a lawyer. So they're like...
she had to go to law school.
No, yeah. You had to get, you know... But yeah, and then I auditioned for the movie in 2004, and I was like, this is my last Rent audition. I didn't even think it went well. You know, I thought I kind of tanked it. And I was like, yeah, I'm done. You know, because Rent is not the only show I auditioned a lot for. I auditioned a lot for The Lion King. I auditioned a lot for Aida. Those, you know, you just every year you did that audition to see if it was your moment. And then I got the movie a month later, and I couldn't believe it. And then did the movie. Then it was closing on Broadway, and they called and said, hey, would you be our final Joanne on Broadway? I was like...
See, hearing the whole story, it was like meant to be. Like that wasn't the time. Your time was to be the
final one.
The show as Joanne.
And they filmed that one. So I'm in 2 Rent movies.
That's really fucking cool.
That's weird.
It's really cool.
It's very cool. I'm grateful, but also strange.
Yeah. When did you start singing? I'm very jealous of people who can sing.
I had this weird obsession when I was a child. I was an only child until I was about 12 and a half, almost 13. And when I was young, there was a show called Junior Star Search. And I, for some reason, was obsessed with getting on Junior Star Search with Ed McMahon. I don't know why, because I was kind of a shy kid, and I had no talent. I was not talented. I was not a talented child.
Really?
Really.
So you weren't like singing around the house and stuff?
Apparently I was, but I was very bad at it. So I started acting class when I was 9. So it had acting, singing, dancing, and comedians.
Okay.
And little
Just
comedian
a little
children.
comedian camp.
Yeah, a little comedian child
I love that. That's fun.
on Junior Star Search. I had to pick my thing that I wanted to do. And
I see. So like once you get on Star Search, you then get put into little groups. Kind of like Juilliard.
Kind of like Juilliard, or I don't know how anyone even got on Junior Star. I didn't know the process or anything. But there was a singing competition, there was a dance competition, there was a comedian competition, and there was an acting competition. And I knew I couldn't dance well. I was already in dance class at Wally Saunders Dance Studio in Baltimore, Maryland. I was not good. I had no flexibility even as a child. I don't understand that either.
You're like a 6-year-old who can't touch their toes.
I could not do splits. I couldn't do any of it. I couldn't sing. I was like, what if I forget the words or I crack? That'll be really embarrassing. I knew I couldn't tell jokes, but I was like, but the acting part I could probably do. And I went to see my parents and I was like, Mom, Dad, I want to take acting class. And they were like, okay, great. And then next thing I knew, I was taking acting classes. But acting was acting, singing, and dance, like a camp. And I really was very, very still bad at dancing. I could learn the choreography, but I had knock knees and no flexibility. So I was not good at dancing. And also not good at singing. So my parents told me later, way later, when Rent came out, they did an interview at my house. Came to my house. I go, no, hometown girl. And my mother, God bless her, said, well, no, she couldn't sing as a child. She would sing in the shower and we would just like wince. And then one day, it wasn't bad. I was like, Mom.
That's so funny when moms do that. My first acting performance was in high school, and it was just a weekend. So it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And Friday night, killed. Saturday, also killed. And somebody complimented me, and my mother turned to them and was like, well, if you thought tonight was really good, should have seen her last night. And I was like, well, let me have this moment.
Can I? Could I? They keep you humble.
Truly.
They really do. Like, hey.
Yeah.
Hey now.
That's so funny. One day it
wasn't bad.
Was good.
and I did the show when I graduated from high school where I had to start singing off stage. And my family came, and it was like I was a slave. The show was Big River, which is a great show. But I was singing the song called The Crossing, which was great, a great song, but you start off stage. And I started singing, crossing to, I'm singing. And I get on, and my father apparently was like, who's that singing? And then I came on stage, and it was me. And he was like, that was my daughter.
Incredible.
And my grandfather was like, she got that from me. So they took all the credit. It's a piece of lore.
Old people be claiming everything.
Oh, anything that's good.
It's like, what? No, I ain't get anything from you. I did this. It's me.
Yeah, it's me. I did it. I listened to the CD over and over again and just copied it because I'm 18 and that's what we do.
So, Devil Wears Prada, you auditioned for that on your 30th birthday?
On my 30th birthday. No, that's not true. I booked it on my 30th birthday.
Okay.
I got the call on my 30th birthday. I auditioned for it before then. I auditioned for Emily, actually, originally.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they were like...
I always love hearing about that when someone's like, oh, I auditioned for this part, but then this other part was better for me.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I went in for Emily and I did it, you know what I mean? And they were like, nah. No. Come back in for Lily.
When you saw the movie, were you like, oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. That's happened to me before where I've auditioned for something and I leave and I'm like, yeah, I wasn't right for it. I know I wasn't right for it. And then you see it and you're like, oh, yeah, I definitely wasn't right for that.
I definitely wasn't right for it. And like, thank God, because like we wouldn't have Emily Blunt's performance in that.
Yes.
You would have just
she's so good.
Me being a snarky black girl.
So good at Lily. And I like in Devil Wears Prada when Andy, when she goes to like look at the apartment and she's flirting with that guy, and then she leaves, and then you come in, you're like, what's your deal?
What's your story?
It's so
just
funny.
Interrogation.
I love it. Have you ever done that in real life?
Of course. I'm more subtle about it in real life. Yes. It's like, hey, so
what are your intentions with my friend?
What are your plans? What are your life plans? Are you interested in monogamy?
Are you interested in monogamy? Such a funny question. So is that one of your interests? Is it a hobby?
Interested in monogamy? Do you flirt with it? Do you pretend you like it and then you don't?
I dated a man once who was like, I don't know if I'm into monogamy. And I was like, oh, and this was like after I was like, oh, do you want to just like date each other?
Mhm.
And he had kind of mentioned it like the date before. He was like, yeah, I think I just want to date one person. I was like, cool. I think that person's me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, so do you want to just like date one another? And he's like, I don't know if I believe in monogamy. And I was like, oh, he wants monogamy with somebody else.
Maybe.
Or maybe he
he's
doesn't.
lying. I mean, I think
Who knows?
I dated a guy for far too long who, when we broke up after years of being together, or so I believed we were, I was
Ain't
like,
that a bitch when you're like,
I know, but
we're
you know,
together,
he had been
right?
in a long-term relationship before me, so I'm thinking he's a relationship person. So when we broke up, I was like, I don't understand. He was like, I just feel like I need to just, be free and do my own. And I was like, but I just thought I thought you were a relationship person. He's like, I mean, I've been in relationships, but it doesn't mean I'm a relationship person. And I was like, you probably could have told me that years ago.
Yes.
And saved each of us a lot of time.
Yes. I feel like, wait, real quick, we got to take a break. This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. We all have those big ideas that we talk over drinks, but never actually start because actually getting it off the ground feels impossible. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform designed to change that. Whether you're just starting a side hustle or scaling a full-on business, they give you every tool you need to claim your domain and look professional from day one. They have incredible design tools like their Blueprint tool. This works like your personal design partner to help you build a site that fits your brand perfectly. It is all intuitive, drag and drop, so no experience is required to make something beautiful and professional. And if you're ready to actually get paid for what you do, Squarespace gives you everything you need to offer services and manage clients in one spot. You can set up consultations, handle appointment scheduling, and even send professional on-brand invoices. Plus, with their built-in analytics, you can see exactly where your traffic is coming from and learn how to grow your brand even faster. Head to squarespace.com/dateme for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code DATEME to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Recently, I took a little getaway to Joshua Tree with two of my besties in Clyde, and let me tell you, what a treat it was, what a dream it was. Now, we love a hotel for traveling, but for a trip like this with friends, hotels just don't give us the space we need. I love my friends, but a bathroom, for one, is not great when three women are trying to do our skincare routine all at the same time, okay? So we decided to book a stay on Airbnb, and it just makes it for a way better trip. You could find the coolest, most unique spots to stay in. We found a home on Airbnb that had an actual vintage Airstream in the backyard just for lounging, plus this gorgeous outdoor soaking tub. I was looking online, and you can literally find houses shaped like UFOs or ones with giant telescopes in the living room for stargazing. We had so much fun cooking a big group dinner together. Then we lounged around laughing until like 2 a.m., which you literally cannot do when you're all split up into separate hotel rooms. Next time you're planning a getaway with your friends, do yourself a favor and book a stay on Airbnb. And we're back. Okay, so I think there's a lot of men out there who want a woman to seem like their girlfriend, do girlfriend things, do like emotional labor, but they're like, but I don't want to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but you want all of the treats of the relationship.
They want the comfort and the support of a relationship, but no responsibility.
No responsibilities. Yeah. And I'm like, I think if you just say that up front.
Yeah, there are women probably who are down for that.
Yeah.
But they don't believe that. And also, they don't want that in a woman.
Yes.
I don't think a lot of those men want a wife type woman.
Yes.
They don't want a woman who's also like, yeah, I'm free too. I get mine in too. They're like, no. No, only me.
Just me.
Just for me.
But I can go out and do whatever I want to do. Yeah, I feel like that's so wild.
Yeah, I think it goes back to this idea that people really think that biologically men are supposed to have sex with lots of women.
Yes.
And women are supposed to not.
Yes. Which doesn't make any sense because I'm like, well, these men are out here fucking out like a bunch of ladies.
Yeah.
Who are the ladies that they're fucking? Is it one lady?
Yeah, but ideally for them, all the ladies they're fucking are only fucking him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So they're all just in their homes waiting for him.
Just waiting, being like, when will that man
Monday,
come?
Tuesday, Wednesday, they're waiting for him to come.
Mm-hmm.
Like Snow White. The Snow White who sings Someday My Prince Will... What's a Sleeping Beauty?
Well, Snow White...
Someday my prince will come.
I think that's Snow White.
We got to get on our Disney.
I'm bad at Disney.
Does anybody know?
Mars, help!
It looks like that Someday My Prince Will Come is from Snow White.
Great. I was right. Great.
You were right.
Yeah, they want a whole plethora of Snow Whites waiting for their prince to come.
But you don't know what Snow White was doing with them 7 dwarfs.
Then there's that.
She might have been fucking all of them.
She might have been fucking all
That's
of
why
them.
he's dopey. He's
Oh, God.
Sleepy?
That's what I want to sleepy.
Fucked him
He
right to
put in that work.
And those are the only 2 names I know.
Grumpy, Sleepy, Dope.
Oh, Grumpy.
Grumpy?
Oh, why?
Or is that a Smurf?
I don't know.
Grouchy?
Grouchy? Happy?
I get
sleepy,
the
dopey?
Smurfs.
Bashful, sneezy, happy, or some more.
Bashful, sneezy, happy.
That's so
I really
funny.
do get the Smurfs and the 7 Dwarfs names mixed up.
I'm not a huge Smurf head. Is there one lady Smurf?
There's one lady Smurf, Smurfette.
That's wild.
Later on, there was another little Smurf girl.
Okay.
We
But
don't know
there's
where she came from. There's baby Smurf. I'm like, where did baby Smurf come from?
Yeah, where did baby Smurf come from if there's only one woman? Uh-oh. Smurfs are problematic.
The Smurfs are problematic, but we loved them.
They're so cute.
They're very cute. I always wanted to come across them in a wooded area. I always look for mushrooms to see the Smurfs, but I have no idea of the scale of the Smurfs. Like, are the Smurfs this big? Are they
that's
this
actually
big?
really
I don't know how
interesting.
big they are.
I always thought the Smurfs were like handheld.
Take a hand in your hand. Yeah, hold your hand. Yeah.
Right?
Handheld little.
Handheld little Smurfs? Because a big Smurf, that's scary.
A big Smurf is terrifying.
That's like Blue Shrek.
Yes. Yes.
I don't like that.
They're supposed to be
Terrifying.
3 apples high. So about
3 apples.
7.5 inches.
That's bigger than I thought.
That's bigger than I thought.
Ew.
So they're like, this Smurfs are this big?
I don't like that.
Mm-mm. That's
Wait, do we not know what 7 inches is?
no. Well, apple's about that big, right? So on top of it, yeah, that's bigger than I thought.
Yeah, too big. I don't like that. I thought they were like
3
itty-bitty.
inches, maybe 3 inches.
That's what I thought. Maybe 4? I don't know.
I don't know.
Can
but
I-
anyway,
Did you date while you were in like grad school? Like, how did you balance dating while being in shows and stuff?
it was always like the answer is yes. But it was always like the shows come first. But my first boyfriend, my high school boyfriend, had an issue with that. He was very much like, well, we need to come first. And I'm like, well, we're 17,
We're 17, sir. No.
No. But he really had the idea that my acting career was going to be like a hobby. And I guess I kind of did too. Before I really gave over to it and went to Juilliard and was like, let me just actually try and like believe in myself for once. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so, but then in grad school, I dated a classmate that was very scandalous. So we tried to like keep it
Keep it on the
quiet
low
for a
low.
while, but then it became very obvious to people. And that was fine. But it just added an extra layer of angst
Okay.
to
Did
my life. Does that make sense?
I think so. Did it feel weird to perform in front of the person you're dating?
No.
No.
It kind of added like an extra I want to make you proud of me.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But then when it came time to graduate and like get out in the world, then it started to be like, oh my God, am I competing with him?
Oh, that's interesting.
Which I hated.
Yeah.
I hated that feeling, but I had to be like honest with myself about it. You know what I mean? That I was like a very competitive person and I didn't like that part about me.
It is
So-
interesting to feel like you're competing with your partner.
Yeah.
Because obviously you weren't going out for the same roles.
Obviously. It didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense.
It does make sense because it's like, even though we're not going out for the same roles, if you book something and I just don't book something, then it feels like you're a little bit ahead of me and like maybe you're winning, but it's like,
but why does it matter?
Why does it matter? Yeah, because it's like you'll book something eventually, but yeah, I've never really dated another actor or anything. And I feel like unconsciously that would be in the back of my brain.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Luckily at Juilliard, we had a therapist.
Really?
So I knew enough about myself. Like, this isn't a good feeling. I don't like the way this feels. So I started going to the therapist at school. Like, I don't like the fact that I feel like I'm competing with my boyfriend. And she's like, oh, that's a very valid thing and that's real. Or I'm jealous if he's getting stuff. You know, it was really a horrible feeling because they exist at the same time. Like, I'm happy for you.
Yes.
Exists at the same time as I wish it was also happening for me.
Yeah.
And it's something that if you like suppress, it gets stronger. It's one of, it's like you have to admit it and understand it's a human feeling.
So then you can work
through it and get to the other side of it, But in the meantime, the partner that you have is like, I feel like you're jealous of me. You want me to not win. I'm like, no, I really, really want you to win. I just also want to win.
Yeah.
Because I've devoted a lot of time to this as well. And it ended up being a real big strain on our relationship. We eventually broke up. And it was really sad for me. But I understood it. I got it. It just was hard. And then also blaming myself for that. That whole thing. Like, I'm just blaming myself for.
But it's not your fault.
No, it's not. But because also on the other hand, the grace on the other end of it is like, I understand these feelings. Let's work through them together. You know what I mean? But he was also younger than me, so he was just like, I don't understand this. I don't get this. And I was like, I'm sorry. I'm working through it. I'm trying to work it out.
I do like that you were honest.
Yeah. I mean, it's better to be honest, I think, about how you feel about things. And a lot of people don't have that instinct. So they just seem crazy. If you don't tell your partner what's going on with you,
then you're just like
acting like, I'm just going to be, oh, the phone's ringing again? For you? Where's my phone? My phone's not ringing.
My phone? Where's my phone? I don't even have a phone.
Oh, is it Spielberg? Phone?
Yeah, in my relationship, I have PMDD, which is just intense PMS.
Oh,
and it
PMDD.
Yes, where the mood swings are wild.
Wow.
And there'd be times where he didn't do anything, and I'd be like,
I want to kill you and everything is your fault.
Like, what if I push him out of the bed? And it's like, what? Why? And then I was like, why am I feeling like this? And I finally had to tell him, I was like, I think I have PMDD.
Yeah.
I think I had it before we started living together.
Yeah.
But it's just exasperated because you're here.
Right. And you're in my way.
Yeah.
In my space, in my face. Well, it feels like that when you're going through a spell.
Yes, and it's like he's not really in my way. We're just living together.
Right.
But when we weren't, I could just like be in a funk, gather myself, hang out for a couple hours, go back to my funk. But now it's like I'm in a funk, he's there, and then neither of us were understanding why I was in a funk. And then I finally was like, okay, I do have this thing, and it's not you. It is me. It is my hormones and my emotions and whatnot. And it was just easier after I told him.
Yeah, and how did he take that?
He was absolutely fine. He was like, okay, let's just track your period and you let me know how you're feeling. And I'm like, yes. So now I'll be like, hey, I don't know if it's the PMDD, but I'm like feeling not great.
I'm feeling not great. I'm feeling something coming over me. I feel like a cloud. It's coming.
A cloud is coming.
It's approaching. I feel it.
And I might get mad at you for nothing. Like once I was like, do you not see that sock? Like, and I was like, why am I screaming about a sock?
Why am I screaming about a sock? I could just pick up the sock.
I don't care about the sock. That's what my therapist said. She was like, how about you just pick it up?
Pick up the sock.
And I was like, yes, okay.
But then resentment starts to happen if you have to always pick up the sock.
But yeah, it makes everything better, I think, when you communicate with your partner.
Communication is key, This is also why my partner and I, my current partner and I don't live together.
Oh.
he lives like 7 minutes away.
Okay.
It's very close, but it's like, I'm going to go sometimes, And I don't have a wild mood swings. I think he needs his space more. And he gets like in a funk, and I'm like, that's great. You go home.
Yeah, go home. Don't be here.
And I don't have any qualms about that. I'm happy that he has a space. I think it's really, I think we're normalizing couples not living together more now, and I think it's actually fantastic. We've been together 7 years, and it has worked great that he lives close, but not with me.
I
think it helps him more than, I would probably be fine if he lived with me, but I think he needs his space. He needs to watch the game and scream and yell and throw things around.
Yeah.
He needs to be able to create. He's a photographer and an actor, and he's fantastic, and I love him, and he needs to be alone to create things or just to get away from me, which is enough, which is valid.
Yes, it is valid. And I really like that you didn't, or it doesn't seem like you put pressure on yourselves to do like normal a societal
things.
norm.
No.
And it's just like, how do we function? How do we work?
What's our rhythm?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, why don't you get married? I'm like, we like it the way it is.
Yeah. There's no need to get married.
There's no need to get married.
If you don't want to get married.
Yeah. We don't own property together. So there's no like legal reason. We don't have children.
Yeah.
So it's really fantastic. So at any moment, because happiness is key, right? I want him to be happy. I want to be happy. And if any moment comes around that one of us is not happy, we can just say, this is not working for me anymore.
Yeah.
So people get mad at us. We call each other partners. You know what I mean? But we actually are equal partners.
No, you're definitely
in
partners.
our relationship. So if any moment, if at any moment I'm like, I'm not happy, we can just walk away. We don't have to involve lawyers.
Yes, you don't have to like
property
settle things.
Whatever. It's just like, this was great, and I'm going to be grateful for the time we've had together. It's going to hurt. I'm going to be very sad if it happens.
Yes, obviously. But I will say, not combining finances and things like that, it would make, breaking up easier. Like people fight over shit that it's like, wait,
exactly.
what?
Because once you're bound to each other, financially or contractually or by law or before God or whatever it becomes an extra pressure on your relationship that I'm so happy that don't have.
Do you have like a set schedule?
No, but we'll.
That's a weird question.
I know, but no, we don't. But we have like a lot of things we do together. And then he'll say, okay, so what's happening Monday? What's the schedule for Monday? I'm like, oh, you have the day off. He goes, I have the day off. I'm like, yeah, you have the day off. He's like, oh, thank God. You know what I mean? But the day off could mean he just comes over, we hang out. You know what I mean? But yeah, it just really works because we're like really best friends. And it's really shown me what like a working, loving companionship is, as compared to like things in the past where I've been chasing someone or waiting for someone or having anxiety about it or worry or I don't know where they are and if they're going to call me back in time or, oh my God, are they with somebody else or all that stuff that we go through for so long. And what I've learned is that like love and when you find your person, it is a very calm experience.
Yeah. I watched a TED Talk or something where it was like, when your emotions are regulated and that person's not like spiking your anxiety or whatever, you feel calm with them.
Yeah.
And I had never felt that until my current partner. And I was like, well, the butterflies kind of like, not like went away, but I wasn't like scared to see him. I wasn't scared that like the date was going to go bad or I would say the wrong thing. And then my therapist was like, well, that's actually good.
That's what it is. My therapist had to tell me that too.
Because I was like, why aren't I scared?
Yeah, why don't I have the butterflies? It's like, that's not
and
love.
It's like, it's not real. That's not
what it is.
Yeah.
We equate it with it because we listen to songs about it.
So many bad things.
Yeah. We watch movies about it. And
shows
all the things.
Show you,
Yeah, we don't see enough representations of like,
we're
just
healthy,
here.
nice love. Because that's not entertainment.
Well, yeah, it's not drama. We need drama.
It's not the drama.
Yeah, and we chase the drama. Especially, I think I was chasing drama as an actor because it was giving me feelings. You know what I mean? So I was addicted to feeling things.
Yeah, that like dopamine.
Yeah, of just even if the feeling was bad. I was like, oh my God, I have feelings. It's dumb.
It is dumb, but like that's
ridiculous.
just, I feel like that's just, sometimes that's how the human brain works.
Yeah,
it's like it's searching
growth.
for something, a feeling of sorts.
And we feel like that's what love is. And so like, and I was watching an interview with Zendaya about Tom, and she's like, I knew Tom was my guy because he makes me feel calm.
Oh,
When I'm around him, I feel very calm. And there are all these things that go around, like the memes go around. It's like, if you're constantly sleepy around your partner, that means that's your person. And that is my partner.
He's very
always
funny.
Sleepy. He's like, hi. I'm like, what? He's like, listen, I feel very comforted and comfortable.
That's
and
really wild.
I just get
so sleepy.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
I did not know that.
Man,
I do.
Yeah.
We'll like sit down to
love.
watch a movie and I'm like, what if I close my eyes?
It'll be fine, just for a second.
for
The
a
movie's over.
Rest my eyes.
The movie is finished.
It's done. It's so funny. I feel like old Black people say, I'm going to rest my eyes. And I'm like, what? Go to sleep.
Go to bed.
What are you resting your eyes for?
I know. Just go to bed.
Go to bed.
Fighting sleep like children.
My grandpa says that all the time. I'm just going to rest my eyes at the table. And I'm like,
at the table?
Go lay down.
Okay, that's.
Well, he's 97.
Okay, he can do
so
whatever
I'm like,
he wants.
He got to rest a lot of things.
He can do
he old as fuck.
he wants. Rest your eyeballs.
Just rest him.
Whenever. Just go rest your bones.
Just
my parents just said, I'm going to go lay across the
bones.
bed. I'm like, lay across the bed? What does that mean? That means you're going to take a nap.
Just take a
Just
real
go take a
nice,
nap.
deep
I'm
nap.
just going to lay across the bed real quick.
That's so funny. I'm going to use that. I'm going to lay across
I'm just
the
going
bed.
to lay across the bed. I always thought as a child it meant lay across.
Oh, that's what I thought it meant.
Yeah, like and not lay in the bed like you go to sleep. You're laying the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Somehow that meant it was temporary and like just for a moment.
Because it's not the proper way that you're in the bed.
Sleep position.
God, that's so funny. Tracie, do you have any advice for single people?
Yeah, man. I mean, like being single is fine. First of all, it's fine. There's so many things to do.
Yeah.
When you're by yourself. I think that we're chasing partnership because we feel like, I don't know, we're afraid of being lonely or afraid of being alone. Or, use that time when you're single to like explore the things that you love, and like hang out with your other single friends. Because right now there's lots of single people in the world right now because I don't know. I think people have too many choices. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people who've met on online dating and stuff like that. And when I came up, you had to like meet somebody.
Yeah. But yeah,
go out
now we have Tinder and Grindr and all these things where it's like people are just like in your phone.
But you're swiping.
Yeah. It's weird.
It's like shopping. It's like shopping for a mate. But then it's like, I don't know. It's like, I think that it's really affected like true connection in a lot of ways because you're starting the relationship off in like I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it because I've been on one dating site and it never even resulted in a date.
Okay.
It was just kind of like, do I swipe? I don't know how to do it. Do you know what I mean? And
how long ago is this?
This was about 8 years ago.
Okay.
And funnily enough, my partner helped me set up my profile.
That is actually very, very
because
funny.
he was my friend. And he was like, no, don't use this picture. Use this picture. Okay, we got to have a dog in there. Okay, great. You got to show us do some outdoor activities. Okay, we got to show that you're fun and quirky. And I'm like, okay, are you setting this up for you? Turns out,
that's funny. Just cherry picking everything he likes about you.
Yeah.
Putting them in your profile and be like, somebody else will like it.
He was helping.
And then you didn't go on a date at all?
Not one date did it result in. It was a couple of DMs. Because I just find it very strange for me. But I know a lot of people who love it. You know what I mean? They've met lots of people or they date constantly from Hinge or...
I mean, I was on it and I did not like it. But also it felt hard to like meet people in person because I feel like at bars, people don't really like approach people anymore.
No, they don't. And it used to be... I don't know, something very thrilling about, like when I was young, like in high school, middle school, high school. You go to the mall.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, walk around the mall.
Walk around the mall with your girls.
Uh-huh.
And then be a group of guys in the mall. And they were like,
hi.
You know what I mean? It was like you put your little outfit on and you go to the mall and you come home with some numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had you write your number down. So before phones, we couldn't put your Instagram on the phone. They'll write your number down and give it to you. You have like little slips of paper at the end of the day. And they would call you. And
I never gave my number to anyone at the mall. I would try to talk to the boys and they'd be like, not you. And I'd be like, okay.
It's happened, 'cause it's like in my friend group at the time, like I probably got the least amount.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's just something that's even the excitement of the possibility of meeting people in real life that people, I think, now it's like if you try to meet somebody in real life, they're like, are you a stalker?
Yes. And they're like, why are you talking to me? You're being weird.
Yeah. So people don't know how to connect in real time anymore. And I don't know, it worries me. But then maybe that's just, I had to let go of that and just understand that the world has changed.
Yeah,
everything is online now.
It's a bummer.
Yeah.
I was out on like Saturday and I went to this one bar and then my other two friends were at a different bar that was like adjacent. And I was like, oh my God. And I popped in to say hi to them. And as I was leaving, this man, one of the ugliest men I've ever seen.
Wow.
Not to like face shame, but he was ugly.
Wow, that's impressive to be one of the ugliest you've ever seen.
One of the ugliest I have ever seen. And he was very nice. He was like, wow, your laugh is so beautiful. You're beautiful. Where are you going? And I was like, I'm going next door. And then he took my hand and kissed it. And I was like, I don't want this. But I was like, wait, I love that this ugly man had the confidence. But then I was like, wait,
God
what do I
him.
look like?
Right. Can I even judge him?
Did I not look good that day? What?
Right.
But I just like the fact that he was like, I'm going to shoot my shot.
Yeah, I always appreciate it because it's rare now.
Yes.
Particularly here. In LA, people really don't know how to do it.
No, they don't.
You
and
know,
I
I'm from the
love
East
New
Coast.
York.
Yeah.
Oh, people in New York, they just be talking.
God bless you, Mom. God bless you, Mom. Like,
God bless. How about you smile? And I'm always like, okay.
Okay. I like smiling.
I don't mind catcalling, and I mean,
unless it's aggressive.
Yes, if it's aggressive and you're scary, don't do
that.
Don't
do that. Don't follow me.
Don't follow me. But if you want to say, I like your shirt, I go, thank you.
I know. You beautiful, Mom. Thank you. Listen, I enjoy it. Give it to me. Make an old gal feel nice.
See, that makes me feel good. How long did you live in New York?
I moved to New York in 97, and I still have a place there. So I go back and forth a bit.
Lovely. I love that.
I know.
I almost just said where. Don't tell these people.
Don't tell. Where? We'll talk about that after.
Okay. Do you have like a worst date story?
I had a moment where I was trying to date a non-actor after my acting guy experience. So I went on a couple dates with the straights.
Okay.
I call them the straights. I know it's a different, but regular people.
The civilians.
The normies. And so I was at this date with this guy, and he was like, so, like, what do you mean you have to, like, be at rehearsal? And I was like, it's my job.
It's my job.
What do you mean you have to, like, make out with other men sometime? That's my...
You've never seen a movie?
Job. And he was like, yeah, nah. But thought we were going to just continue dating. And I was like, you told me immediately that you don't
he was saying, no, you can't kiss people for your job?
Yeah. He was like, nah. I don't know anybody be cool with that. I'm like, why are we here? You know what I do.
That's wild.
I'm totally like in a Broadway show right now that you know I'm in. Right now. This is a Monday. This is my day off. Tomorrow I'm back
on
stage.
That's wild.
But he was like, yeah, nah, I don't know anybody be cool with that. I was like, okay, so we're just going to get the check then?
Yeah,
because,
I guess
so. Why are we here? Like,
yeah, where do you go from that?
Well, because it amazes me how many men I've met feel like they can just dictate what my job is because I'm just doing it because I'm single. I'm only able to do this because I'm single. But once I'm with the dude or we get married or something like that, I won't do that anymore. I won't do the thing I love or my passion. I've dedicated my entire life to do.
This might be too big of a question. But why?
Why
do men think that?
Because they think that all women's goal is to be married with children. Or that's what our goal should be.
Mm-hmm.
Not all men are like that, but the ones who are.
There are a huge chunk.
They think that, well, your goal is, your life's work is second to marriage and children. And it should be. So once I come in and save you from having to work and doing something that I don't approve of, then you won't do that anymore.
Ultimately happy.
Then you'll be happy. Then you'll be fulfilled, and you'll fulfill your life's purpose, which is getting married and having children.
That's just so wild. I couldn't imagine dating someone and being like, the thing you do professionally, you can't do parts of it.
You can't do parts of it. Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people who are like that. I know a lot of actors who are married to men who are like, no, you can't do a love scene. No, you can't do that. And they're like, okay. I'm like,
that's wild. I think if it's like your own morality, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But like your partner being like, you can and cannot do things, like that to me is so fucking weird.
Yeah. I knew a couple who the dude was like, you can't go out of town to work. So we live here and you can only work here.
Well, good luck.
Yeah. I mean, it worked for that. I mean, I'm not in their relationship,
sure, whatever,
of course. They're together still. But and I was like, that's interesting.
That's
you can't do, you can't do love scenes. And this is a couple that both of them were actors. And he's like, no, you can't do love scenes. I can, but you can't. That's not okay.
That's wild. That's like Neo. Neo has a harem of women, I think 3. They're not allowed to date anybody else, but he's allowed to go out and date whoever he wants.
In addition to the 3.
I believe so.
Wow.
And I'm like, how much coochie do you need?
There's that. And also, it's just, I don't know. There's these mentalities that believe that's how men are, and that's how they're supposed to be. And it's natural for them to be that way, and it's natural for women to allow their men. I don't know. Yeah. It's like they really believe that, well, biologically, women, if they're having children, there's 9 months of the year they can't, the 9 months of the year they're incubating the child. So you can only have one child, maybe 2 if you have twins. But men can just spread
shoot bullets.
They could just have as many babies as they can and populate the earth. I don't know. I've heard this theory, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Are we rebuilding society? Is it the apocalypse and all the babies have died? It is up to 2 men to repopulate the earth. I don't know, but people believe it.
Population to me is interesting because it's like, they're like, we need people to have babies. And I'm like, but why?
But
do we actually need it?
But none of us can afford children.
Yeah. It's fucking expensive to have a kid.
And we have no support.
No. My friend who lives in England was telling me about all the tests that are paid for by like England. Like their healthcare is just,
Imagine that.
And I was like, that must be so nice.
Caring for your population. But they just want a workforce, I think, here. They just want a dumb workforce so they could just have workers.
Well.
But also, they're trying to replace all the workers with AI. So I don't...
Girl, make it make sense. It is so wild.
Do you want people to work? Or do you not want people to
AI?
work?
Like, what do you want?
Do you want factory workers? Because that makes sense. At least like, we have to have a workforce.
Yeah.
Who's going to work if we don't have any people?
Yeah.
I understand it, but if you're trying to replace all the workers with automation and AI, then why do we need more people? We don't need more people.
No, we don't. And I just heard that Amazon's going to do 1-hour delivery. And I was like, but
who's going to do it? But why?
Why? Nobody needs anything in one. If you need something in an hour, you can go get it.
You can go.
You can drive to a store and go get it.
Because sometimes when you're cooking and you're like, oh my God, I'm out of eggs. And the thing's already started. Instacart it. That's when you need something.
Yeah, that's where you get a nice person who goes to the store, picks the worst apple you've ever seen.
The rotten apple.
And brings it to you and you go, great, I'm so glad.
That's the only thing I could think of that you would need within an hour, unless you're like bleeding out. And then you go to the hospital.
Then go to the hospital.
I need a Band-Aid.
You don't need anything from Amazon in 1 hour. You don't need that elf costume. Like, you don't need it.
I know. You should have planned ahead for the elf party if you need the elf costume.
Well, Tracie, we've come to the end.
If we've come to the end.
Yes, this has been delightful.
It's been lovely.
Thank you so much for doing this. Do you have anything you want to promote?
Well, Devil Wears Prada 2, or Devil 2 Wears Prada. Devil 2 Wears Prada is in theaters now. We were number 1 this weekend.
It's such a fun movie.
I've never been in a number 1 movie.
Really?
Yeah. Devil Wears Prada 1 was number 2.
Oh.
Yeah, Superman Returns was number 1 that year. I was like, oh, this is the second time. Oh, no, actually, we were not number 1. We were number 2.
Well, congrats on the number 1 spot. That's so.
It has nothing to do with me, but I'll take it.
Yes, it does.
I'm in it, but you know what I mean? I'm not the reason.
Yeah, but no. The way I've started thinking about things is not like there are no small. No, I genuinely think it's like you were a part of that movie. And I think most of the people who saw it were like, oh, I love that Andy still has a friend.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what, was 20 years ago? Which is
exactly 20 years.
Wild.
It is wild.
To be like, this movie was 20 years ago. It's just like, where's time going? But it's like, out of the friend group, you lasted, which is, I think, a true thing that happens with people.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you have a group, but then one person is your person.
Right. If you remember in the first one, a fact that I even forgot, in the scene where I'm telling her off, and people were mad at me for telling her off. She says, I've known for the last 16 years, I've known everything about that Andy, right? I'm up this person, this glamazon that skulks around, whatever the whole. But I was like, oh, right, we had already been friends for 16 years. So we were like in elementary school together.
Yes. That's your ride or die.
So that's my number 1. I hold it down. We hold it down. And sometimes I got to tell you about yourself. If you're changing or being weird or just not being true to yourself. Do you know what I mean? That's my job as the best friend to do that. So I was happy to learn that we made it. Do you know what I mean? I didn't know. They kept saying there's a sequel. I was like, oh, that must be nice.
Maybe I'll be in it. Maybe you'll want to call me up and
maybe
ask
I can go
me.
to the premiere. Maybe I can go to a screening or something. Maybe. And they were like, you made it.
Your scene with the guy that I mentioned earlier got like one of the biggest laughs in the theater. And then the other biggest laugh that was comparable was when Meryl Streep was hanging her own coat.
Isn't that hilarious?
She keeps talking about retiring. And I was like, not before you do a fully camp movie.
I know. There's little glimpses of camp.
Good at
that,
camp.
And then when she got on the plane and she was like looking wistfully first class, I'm like, Meryl, she's so deeply funny.
She's really funny. And I'm like, let her be funny. She has the Oscars.
She's funny in every little bit of her body.
Yes.
She's very funny and underutilized. Her physical comedy has been underutilized, I think, in her career. I mean, not that she needed it, but you know what I'm saying? But like, it's just like, extra doors to things that we didn't know we needed. Yes. Open the door, Meryl. Yes. Let us see it.
Yes, let me see you open the door. Her hanging the coat and being exhausted made me laugh so hard.
I know. I saw somebody on Twitter today who, I still call it Twitter. I refuse.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Was complaining about that moment. Like, no, she would never do that. But like, oh, you don't believe in fun and whimsy.
Yeah.
If you don't like that moment, you don't believe in fun and whimsy. You want a comedy to be serious.
But also from a standpoint
she's
of
75 years old.
Study,
yeah,
a person who works at a company for 20 years, for 18 of those years, somebody takes your coat and now you have to do it yourself. Yeah. You hate it and it's belaboring and it's dramatic and you hate it. So you're like, this is why I don't do it.
I don't do it because
that's why you make it.
Yes,
you make a thing out of it.
Make a thing out of it. Just sigh. Oh, it's so hard.
Yes.
Life is so difficult.
Also, I like that your movie, there's these like AI images that were not AI generated. Did you know this?
What?
So there's like when the story breaks that they endorsed like a bad fast fashion company and people are making memes about Miranda. Yeah. There's like AI generated memes, but the production did not do AI generated. They hired an artist to make the AI generated images. Oh. And I thought that was just really fucking cool.
That is cool.
Because I was looking at them, I was like, these are really fucking funny. And then I saw on Twitter that like a human made them. And I was like, that's why they were funnier than if AI had actually made them.
Yeah. Wow. The more you know.
Isn't that funny that I just told you a fact about your movie?
My movie that I didn't know. Well, la-di-da.
And Meryl Streep's here to yell at you.
Come on,
girl. Okay, here's a question I ask all of my guests. Would you date me?
Yes. When are we going out?
Tuesday.
Where are we going?
Thank you so much for being here. You are truly a treat. I think your voice is incredible. I think you're a very talented actress, and I'm a very big fan.
Thank you.
Of course. And if you like this episode of Why Won't You Date Me, you can like it, you can follow it, you can rate it 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And tell a friend, recommend the show on Reddit. It helps the show out. On Reddit? They're mean to me there. And if you write me
They're
something...
mean to you?
Oh, so mean. Oh, so mean. Sometimes they're nice, but sometimes people on Reddit, I'm like, oh boy.
But now I have beef.
What did I do? Why do you hate me so? I'm just having a nice time. If you write me something nasty, hitting on me to whywontyoudatemepodcast@gmail.com, I will read it. Make sure it's nasty and short. This person writes, hi, Nicole. Nice shoes. Wanna fuck? Love you. I never miss an episode. How was that for short? That's funny. Goodbye.
That was a HeadGum podcast.